minutes from the ballpark. Magoo's has food options for everyone and a vast selection of craft beers and cocktails. Enjoy some drinks and watch all the games with your buds. Or stay entertained with pool, darts, trivia, poker, or live music. Plus, Magoo's on the Mound offers plenty of free parking and shuttles to all home games for the crew. Check out their food and drink menu as well as upcoming events at magoos.biz. That's magoos.biz.
Here in Wisconsin, one name is synonymous with fantastic frozen pizza, Palermo's. For almost 60 years, Palermo's has focused on feeding Wisconsin families. And though Palermo's has grown a lot since 1964, they're still family-owned. They're still proud to call Milwaukee home. And they're still committed to making the best frozen pizza possible. From their new and improved rising crust pizzas to their guilt-free Primo thin pies, Palermo's has a delicious slice for every appetite. Find Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer food aisle. Palermo's. Flavor is our family.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Sunday Night Baseball hits the City of Angels this week for a 2017 World Series rematch.
There's a shot to left and deep headed toward the Dodger bullpen is gone. Mookie Betts is on a tear.
It's Dodgers hosting the Astros in L.A.
Left field, deep and gone. Minute Maid erupts with Bregman's 5th grand slam of his career.
Our coverage starts Sunday night at 5, right here on Milwaukee's home for the biggest MLB games of the week, 94.5 ESPN. Summerfest is right around the corner, and Dave Matthews Band will be there on June 29th, and we want you to be there too. From now through June 21st, 94.5 ESPN is giving you the opportunity to see Dave Matthews Band at the big gig. Listen for the cue to call on Homer and Tony and be the correct caller for a pair of tickets to see Dave Matthews Band on June 29th. For full contest rules and details, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com. This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby! You missed our Are You Better Guesser yesterday. It was about aliens.
Really?
The U.S. leads the world in UFO sightings. We were asking which country is second.
Russia, China,
China's third.
Japan,
Nope.
Switzerland,
No.
Mexico,
Oh, my God.
Alabama.
Canada.
Oh, all right. Where was Alabama? I have been called bro by my grandson.
Oh, really?
And you know what I say when he says bro? Bro? The one thing I know I'm not.
Better smack that little fella and say, hey,
no.
put some respect on my
I don't
name.
know what it means. All I know is.
Doesn't mean grandpa.
I know what it means. It ain't me. Whatever it is, I'm no bro.
That's
is that
true.
correct?
You ain't the bro. I ain't your bro.
I'm not a bro. Not gonna be a bro. I don't know if I was a bro.
I ain't your
one
bro,
time.
little fella. Don't get smacked.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
Don't know if it's going to be perfect harmony today because the Hall of Famer Tony Smith is back.
What do you mean?
Well, when you're not here, it's perfect harmony.
Yeah.
That's correct. Yes.
No one here to keep you in line. I was getting calls like I need to get back. Keep you in
Yeah,
line. You're getting
good.
out of line, I heard. What's going on?
I don't think so, Pebble. Do you think I ever got out of line? No.
There was some negative feedback from some of our listeners
there it
on the talk and text line with a certain subject last week. But
Friday, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
And,
I knew that was coming. I don't.
There it is.
That's fine. I specifically picked that as a time when the Hall of Famer was not on, so that he didn't have to be a part of that. How were there a lot or how many? Well, the one that called me a moron, wasn't there?
He said you were can be dense
Moron.
sometimes.
Oh.
I can be what?
dense.
Dense.
That was the guy we read that one Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
What's
That
up,
was dense, stupid. That's what dense means to me. What's it mean to you,
Oh,
Pebble?
really?
Yeah.
Dense doesn't mean, I don't know, it means stupid, does it?
That's how I take
Dense?
it.
That's how I take it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it more like you gotta think a little more. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Dance.
The question is whether or not the thinking would actually help you.
What do you mean?
It's rare. Well, so if you thought anymore, I think if you're dense, it isn't going to help you. You're still going to get it wrong. You just don't got a clue. But
Do you think you don't have a clue?
no, I mean that was that person. But I knew there would be people that wouldn't like it. So I knew it comes with the territory. I think this should maybe be an absolute. It's rare that I hear anything from Greenie's show or I actually agree with Greenie. But the premise was
rare.
Yeah, almost when he has an opinion, I just assume I'm going to have the opposite one. But he suggested, or someone did, and he talked about the NBA All-Star Game being a battle between Americans and foreigners. And I think that would be spectacular, be fantastic.
You think?
Yes. The game now is a joke. They don't even play. But yes, I think American players and foreign players would create a
You're trying to get a Ryder Cup situation?
yeah, kind of like that. But it's got limitations because it's just one game. But I think it would create an energy that I would watch it. I want the Americans to beat the foreigners. Yeah. Yeah.
You're a little too excited. Relax.
Why? No.
What's
Pebble,
with the hostility towards the
there's
foreigners?
no hostility.
It sounds like it.
No, I'm just a proud American. I want to
That's
beat
fine.
the foreigners, just like in the Ryder Cup. Pebble, would you like to see the Americans and the foreigners go at it so the Americans could whoop them? I'm not sure they would whoop them, but it would add.
You do know Giannis is not on your team.
I know he's not on. Yes.
it would have like an Olympic type feel to it.
Yeah, I mean, you could play best of three even. I think the U.S.
Best of three.
I think the U.S. would probably lose.
I think so.
Yeah, well, then it becomes even better. The only thing better than Americans versus the foreigners is when Americans lose, then more people care about it. Like, remember America's Cup, the boats? Nobody even knew that thing existed. Bunch of billionaires. And then the U.S. didn't win it, and so then it was big because the U.S. needed to win it. Now,
Who's Kyrie going to play for? He's not American.
isn't he?
I don't think so.
I thought he was.
I did too, but I was actually looking at.
He would be on a
I was
third
actually
team.
looking at
That
the
would be
teams
for
before,
aliens.
and I don't
He
think
planned
he's-
it.
I don't
He was
think
born in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, out.
So,
Then, yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, I would say this. Is he a U.S. citizen?
well,
Well,
a
all
lot
the
of them
NBA
probably
players are
are.
U.S. citizens.
What?
You know, all
Most
of
of
them
them
probably
are
have like
citizens.
dual citizenship.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, they've probably been here long enough, so they're going to get it.
I don't know that they got it. You have to go get it. You
I mean,
don't. It's not
what
given
I'm
to
saying
you.
is possible, probably.
Yeah,
probable that
but I
most
would
do.
say that would be it. What you are a citizen of.
Well, what if you have dual though? A lot of
Then you
guys have
pick.
dual.
Then you pick.
Right.
You get to pick if they want you.
Well, we already know they're going to have Giannis,
Yeah.
Joker.
Rudy Gobert,
All right,
Oh,
now
no. Pebble. Can we name good players first, and then we'll get to
Gobert
the
wouldn't even
scrubs?
make the second
Doncic?
team.
No, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're getting better.
Who's the point guard?
Murray. Jamal, you ever heard of him?
Yes, I have.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. He's
Good.
pretty- he's
Let's
pretty
go.
good.
Bring it on.
Pascal,
Bogdanovich.
They got Bogdanovich.
I got
Siakam.
I got $10 on the U.S. team this year. You want to take the foreigners?
I would 100% take the
Okay, hold on. I think
all
write
day
that down.
long.
I checked. We're now even. You
got old man
back to
LeBron.
you got back to even by
Old man
taking
LeBron was
Scheffler.
a grandpa.
Hold on.
AD,
You got AD. Ooh, Steph Curry. You got
James
US.
Harden,
You got Harden. Chunky Harden.
Durant.
Heavy. I call him
AD.
Heavy Harden.
Heavy Harden.
U.S. versus foreigners. I got the U.S. for 10, and Tony has.
It's not going to happen.
It is going to happen. Hell yes, it's going to happen. You bet.
When is it going to happen?
I think it could happen by this year.
No.
Why not? What's to stop it? Once we get on the bandwagon, the world's going to
Who said it's
follow.
going to happen in the first place?
I don't know who brought it up, and somebody
Yeah,
suggested it,
yeah,
and
but that
the
doesn't mean
commissioner said it was a. I don't know.
Commissioner. You talked to the commissioner.
No, the commissioner had some response. I don't know exactly what it is, but yes, by this year,
US
everybody
versus
agrees.
the world?
Yes, U.S. versus the world, because last year was the worst All-Star game in the history of the world, and they don't want that to happen again. Yeah, U.S. versus foreigners. I got 10 on the U.S. You got 10 on the foreigners. It's duly.
I want 100 on the foreigners.
I'm not betting you 100. You got to find somebody
20
else.
then.
No, 10.
You don't believe in the U.S.
No, I don't. I
There
don't.
you go.
They're the
I'm a proud
dogs.
American, but I don't believe in my guys.
Hey, I'm a dog. That's what they
Terrible.
are. What do you mean that the foreigners are the better team?
I know.
I
Then why
know.
you betting
Well,
on the Americans in the first place?
Because I like the concept. I'm a proud American. Do we have that song? Proud. Who's that? That's like 100
foreigners
years old.
also are going to have Wembanyama now.
Fine.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I need both of you. Could you loan me $20,000?
No.
You didn't even ask what it's for.
It doesn't matter. I'm not loaning
Doesn't
it to
matter.
you anyway.
There's no way you would loan me $20,000.
No, not unless you're going to give me 50 back the next day.
Pebble, can I borrow 20? Guaranteed you'll get it back one day later.
I don't have $20,000 to
Oh
give
wait,
you,
one
so.
day later.
Yeah.
I need to get more back than I give you. I can't give you just.
No,
I
I'm
can't get the same
asking
20.
a favor.
Am I going to get the same back?
You're going to get the same back, yes. For one day.
I don't believe it. Then why would you need it for one day?
Because I'm betting on who the first pick in the draft is.
Oh, you can't even bet that.
Yes, you can.
What?
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes.
What is it? What, 1-to-1?
No, not 1-to-1. No,
You gotta bet
you got to bet $20,000 to win $100.
Oh, wow.
It's
This is terrible.
20
$20,000
It's
win
like
$100.
2,000 to 1 or something. No, 100. It's
Why don't you bet
200
why
it's
don't you
200
drop
to 1.
$5 million on it. Make some real money.
I don't. If you had $5 million, I would. I don't. My guess is
If I had $5 million,
my
why
guess
would I
is
give it to you to
my-
bet? Why wouldn't I just bet myself?
you could. Yes, you could.
Right, I'm not going to give it to you.
But I just don't wonder if you had a heart. And if you die, I want yours because it's never been used. All
No,
right. Yes, it's 200 to 1.
that's ridiculous. Well, that shouldn't even be a bet. Who's going to bet that?
I don't know. It's bet online. My guess
I'm
is.
saying, who would bet it?
Well, I would bet there's probably a limit to how much you can bet on that.
I think so.
But so you,
I'm going to bet $2 billion on it.
I'll have to check my guy and see. My guess is there is a. Now all the other ones, the odds aren't. Who's going to be 2?
Who's going second?
Scoot Henderson?
Or
Brandon Miller?
one of those 2? Yeah, yes. Who are you going to take?
Depends.
Probably Scoot.
I would take Henderson.
You take Henderson?
Yes.
I'll take Miller.
All right. No, it seems to me he's got a little baggage, doesn't he? It's
Charlie's got LaMelo. Do they really want Scoot?
I don't know. I'll defer to you on that.
I mean,
Now,
I don't know what they're trying to do.
I'm just sad 'cause I
LaMelo's
thought-
huge, though. He doesn't have to play point. He can play 2.
I
He's
thought
big.
I thought for sure you'd help me out so I could win $100.
I would certainly not know.
$20,000. That's it. Get 100. I will have to check because I bet you can't wager that much. All right. Do we have an absolute that we agree it
Yeah.
would be great to have an All-Star game, U.S. versus foreigners? Hell yes.
I would like to see the game.
What do you say,
well,
Pep? And Tony?
Yeah.
right.
I would like to see it.
Yes.
Do we have an absolute that Middleton's opting out? What are the Bucks going to look like?
Yes, but that doesn't mean he isn't going to sign with the Bucks.
Oh, okay. You don't think the Bucks are going to try to do any deals? They're going to try to get somebody else?
I tried to help everybody. Pebble, I nailed that one, right?
They don't even have a pick.
Brian
What kind of pick
Windhorst.
do they got?
Hey, the Bucks. I said 0% chance.
The Bucks.
Bucks
What?
with
Trading for Beal.
0%
Oh.
chance. I don't care what Brian Windhorst says. Who was right, Pebble?
You were.
Thank you.
Trading for what? So you don't think they're going to trade for anybody?
No, just they wasn't Bradley Beal. No, they may. I think they're going to try it.
Jaylen Brown?
I think they're going to try to have the 4 back, but I'm not
The
sure
4?
they can. Yeah,
Who's the 4? It ain't
Well,
Lopez.
yeah.
No, Lopez is gone.
Is he gone?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if he's gone, he's gone.
And the fourth is Connaughton.
They'd like to have.
Oh boy.
They'd like to have Lopez back. You're just saying
You
he's
think
gone.
they would?
Oh yes, yeah. They want all 4 back.
Yeah, I don't think.
I got my sources on that. Well, you're right. Could be right. Well, no, and
sources.
hold on.
That means you got one source.
I
I already know your formula. You got
and
one source.
hold on. You could be right about Middleton too. He could leave.
Well,
But my
I'm
point
saying
is, the
opting out.
Bucks
I don't
would
know.
like. He's opting out, but I think he can still
he
come
can still
back.
stay. Right. He can
Right.
opt out of that contract. You got to give him a new one.
Correct. Less max, but more dollars because it's more years. I mean, it's
Less money, more years.
correct.
You're saying, yeah.
Or something. I don't know. He can. All I got was that he could get more money somewhere else, but the hope was that he'd still want to come back.
I'm not sure where the Bucks are going to go. I don't have any sources or a source.
Well, my source is they
neither.
want all 4 back, but that doesn't mean they're going to get all 4
Correct.
back.
Right. But
So, well, I
I'm
don't-
also saying, like, I don't know what if they're willing to come back with the same crew. I don't think there's a problem with their supporting cast.
Right.
I think first was a problem with the way they play. Second was a problem with
All right, back up.
what?
What about the way they play would you change? What's at the top
It's
of
just
your list?
two jump shot dependent.
Okay.
2 3-point dependent. That's all.
On the offense or defense?
On the offense.
Okay.
Defensively, they give up a lot of threes.
Right.
But offensively, I think they just take too many threes. It's just a lot of hero shots during the game. It's just, and when they make them, they look really, really, really good. When they don't, they don't look that good. So they need a different type of offense. Get a little more variety in their offense.
And they might get that.
Right.
See, my opinion that the Bucks want the all four back is of no value. And anybody who wants to text me, go, that's a stupid, because it doesn't mean anything. What you need to know is what's going to happen, not what. I mean, what people want has no impact if it doesn't happen. No one cares.
You mean the Bucks?
Yeah, like for me to say they want all four back.
Correct. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. What's going to happen?
Right.
And your thought on Lopez is more important than anything I say because
I don't know if he's coming back. I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Not convinced. I'm not convinced on Middleton. I don't know. I think they might be trying to trade Middleton.
Okay. 1-800-990-3776. All we know is an absolute.
Sign and trade.
All we know is an absolute. U.S. versus foreigners. And they should do it in baseball. They don't do that in baseball, do they? I don't even know. Hockey, they should do that. Well, there aren't enough American players, I don't think, in hockey.
Let me get you a starting 5 in a second.
All right. Jason Wilde next.
Stay tuned. Packers reporter Jason Wilde has the latest from Titletown coming up next on Homer and Tony here on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand. Even when you think you know what's going on,
can you make a good horse sound?
You can never be too sure.
So the answer is no.
Packers, nonsense, chaos.
Also, when you were kids, you used to learn how to do the thing. I'm going to put the microphone down by my lap here. It's not inappropriate. It's just what I have to do. Where you learn this thing, right?
What in the world are you doing?
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, morning 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN and available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
What's the best new casino in Chicagoland? Let's check the over-under. The Temporary by American Place has dozens of gaming tables, hundreds of incredible slots, and 3 amazing restaurants. It's over the top, and it's under 30 minutes north of O'Hare. Is it packed with excitement? That's an understatement. So get out from under the ordinary and over to the Temporary by American Place. Now open.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Make your statement with Fast Signs of Glendale. You have an idea, and Fast Signs of Glendale can make it happen. 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee works with Fast Signs of Glendale on their vehicle lettering, studio and event signage, and much more. Your company should consider Fast Signs of Glendale with your next custom sign project. Big or small, they can do them all. See their work at fastsigns.com. That's fastsigns.com. Fast Signs of Glendale, proud marketing partner of 94.5 ESPN.
Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
The only diamond more valuable than colorless
is the diamond that is colorful. Pink, yellow, and blue.
In 2016, Christie's Auction House sold a 14-karat blue diamond for $56 million.
That's $4 million a carat.
In 2022, Sotheby's Auction House sold an 11-karat pink diamond for $57 million.
That's more than $5 million a carat.
These diamonds were born when the Earth was born.
They come from the heart of the Earth.
But now there are also pink, yellow, and blue diamonds that were born when you were falling in love.
These created diamonds come from the fiery heart of a miniature sun blazing inside a plasma chamber. Hot, hot, hot.
Pink, yellow, and blue.
Your colorful 1-carat wonder awaits you for $12,000 or less.
Your colorful 3/4 carat miracle awaits you for $8,000 or less.
Get them while you can.
Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Jason Wilde is brought to you by Boucher Automotive, where we ride with you every mile. 18 dealerships, 15 brands, and thousands of vehicles in stock. Check them out at Boucher.com.
Everybody on the planet Earth should get information about the Green Bay Packers, starting with Jordan Love, we believe. And you should get that information from Jason Wilde every day of the year. We do our part, 94.5 ESPN. Can't wait to hear what he has about Jordan Love. Good afternoon, Jason.
How do you know it has something about love?
He's got something.
Okay.
He has. He know why.
Jason, what do you got about love? Anything?
Sure.
It starts with love. Hi, guys. How are you?
Living the dream.
Pretty good.
So, what am I supposed to have about him?
Anything.
We don't know.
We are the international headquarters for Jordan Love. I don't believe anybody, and if there is someone, let me know, gives more information about Jordan Love every day of their show than we do.
What? Okay. So what information have you given recently?
Well, not yet, but we were going to give the information on what he said to Bear fans or something in Florida, but I figured there's always something you know that we don't know, which is necessary for us to be the international headquarters, that we always ask you, and you give us information. Now, if you wanted to be mean to us and not tell us things you knew about Jordan Love, then I'm afraid Wilde and Tauscher might be the international headquarters for Jordan Love. But
well, what? Like, it's the off season. Like,
no. Nope.
Yes, it is.
Not for us.
Why not?
Because people care about the Green Bay Packers more than anything else, and for the first time in 100 years, there's a new quarterback, and they don't know that much about him, so the more we can give about him, the happier they're going to be.
It starts with love.
Thank you, Aaron.
Well, I haven't talked to Jordan. He was in France last I checked. So I don't have anything new for you that has occurred between the last time I spoke to you and now.
What's he doing in France?
His agent has he and who Fields, and there was a third one.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, they were doing a clinic for quarterbacks, right? Something, kids
in Paris, yeah, and that's where the Bears fan asked him to wish Bears fans a happy Father's Day, since apparently Justin Fields had blown this fellow off, and so the next best option was to ask Jordan Love.
Yeah, and Jordan Love did what? He helped him out, right?
Yeah, and then it became a big thing, like he was trash talking, which he's not stupid. Like, he clearly didn't think it was anything other than being nice to this guy. And if he was trash talking, it would be the dumbest trash talk in history. Happy Father's Day, Bears fans. Like, if you were trashing Bears fans, you'd have been saying, you know, get in early, wish me a happy Father's Day, because I'm going to be your daddy this season. But he didn't do that, because that's, I mean, if you've spent any time listening to him talk, like, you would have never thought that. And what I don't get is, like, and I do understand that fan bases have inferiority complexes, right? I mean, I think...
Do they?
Sure, of course. I think Wisconsin sports fans, maybe not a recent vintage, but certainly of my age or older or slightly younger, have this inferiority complex that players that we really like are going to not want to be here and are going to go somewhere else, right? I mean, you could start with Kareem, but Gary Sheffield didn't want to be here. There's others on that list, right? I don't know what Bears fans' views are, but clearly after 30 years of Favre and Rodgers dominating the series, they're looking for anything to kind of hang their hats on. And so suddenly now Jordan Love is the worst trash talker in NFL history, and that's how they're making fun of him. I saw Big Cat from Barstool Sports, who's a Wisconsin alum and obviously a Bears fan, took him to task and was making fun of him.
Yeah, that's stupid. He was being really nice. I give him a lot of credit for doing it. So.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying to you there, Chief.
I know, and at some point now, then the discussion will be, maybe Jordan Love is too nice a guy. When's that going to start?
Yeah, I don't like. I can't. I got a kick out of the fact not in a like enjoyment way, but that here's a guy who did something nice for some French Chicago Bears fan, and he barely uses social media. Like he is not a social media guy. Like those postings from Door County, for example, those were all A.J. Dillon, right? I mean, Jordan Love's in a couple of the pictures, but he has no real need for it.
Yeah, tell him if you talk to him, I'll be happy to be his social media guy, his Twitter guy.
I can think of a.
He'll be excited for that.
I'll take care of him. What?
Sure.
Wait, Jason's not going to serve me well right now. Go ahead, Jason. Bury me.
I'm sure he can find someone much more adept than you.
Thank you. Well said. All right, back to what you were talking about.
No. I just look. I don't know if he's too nice. I don't think he's naive. I think he just, did something nice, didn't think twice about it, and then, somebody clearly alerted him that this had gone viral on social media, and he's like, well, what do you mean? How is that? How could this possibly have gone viral? And I would tend to agree with him, and I could feel it coming. I saw the post. Somebody retweeted it into my timeline, and I was like, oh, God, this is going to be – people are going to make a mountain out of this molehill, and they're going to make them look bad. And lo and behold, that's exactly what people tried to do.
That's why we're here, to set them straight.
America.
No, it's a small group of people.
I wondered why we were here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to help for people like that. Hey, here's what happened. We can't control how you think, but this is what occurred.
All right. So I debated whether I was going to ask you this or not, Homer. I'm going to ask you it, okay?
Yes.
So I think it was on Friday.
Yep.
That you talked, and again, this is the dangers of posting video clips on social media, because I don't know to what degree, what percentage of the show you spent discussing it.
Last hour.
I saw a video of you discussing that Jordan Love's dad committed suicide when Jordan was 14.
Correct.
My question for you is this, because that is obviously a fact that I have known and I have not brought up or discussed. My question for you is, if the player himself is not comfortable and has not spoken about it publicly, at least in the time that he's been with the Packers. Now, he and I had a conversation, and I've said this a bunch. I really like it. Like, he may be too nice, frankly, to go to your earlier point. But we were talking about something else, and I was working on a different story, and we got done, and we were just sort of standing around talking. And I said, look, I don't know where you stand on this. This was before your show on Friday. I said, if at any point you want to talk about your dad, I would be honored if you felt comfortable talking to me about it. It's not any rush, and if you never talk about it, or if you talk about it with someone else, that's fine too. It is your life, and you get to share that when you choose to, but I know none of us have talked about it with you. And so if you get to a point where you think it's something that you want to talk about, I'd be more than willing to listen. And, you know, he gave me a fist bump and said he appreciates me and whatever else, and we had a good exchange after that, and off I went. I'm curious, is that something that, do I have a blind spot on that? Is that something that I should be talking about regardless of whether he talks about it? Or where do you, because I have to admit I was a little taken aback by the video and how extensively you discussed it.
There are a number of parts to it. The article in The Athletic, and then there was another article in which he talked about it. I can't remember which one that was. So my first thought was he hasn't avoided talking about it. I saw nothing that said he didn't want to talk about it. And I had run into people, and I asked him, well, what's the first thing you know about Jordan Love? And not one person said it. And I thought, I think people need to know this. And then they can decide however they want. As some people who called in said, what'd they say I was, a moron? Or, I mean, I knew some people wouldn't be comfortable with it, and that's fine. That's how they can view it. Given that it didn't appear that he objected to anybody bringing it up since he had actually responded to it. And two, when somebody asks him about adversity and how he's going to handle adversity, and it's going to be asked, I don't know how that can be presented without people knowing the adversity he's dealt with in his life, especially something at this level. How that wouldn't factor in. I don't know that you ask it as a question. So it was those two things. And so whatever people think, that's fine. But anybody who listens to the show or goes back, they know that is part of Jordan Love. And it was also prompted by any discussion of, you know, how are you going to handle adversity? Well, there's no adversity in football that can be 1/1,000,000th time as tough as what he's lived as an individual and how he has apparently handled that in terms of all that he has accomplished since. So,
okay, I'm curious because the only times I remember seeing anything about it, there was after the Packers drafted him. I read a story in The Athletic from when he was still at Utah State.
Yep.
It might have been going into his last year of college, and then I remember. Like the NFL.com maybe did a story, or I can't remember. It was either ESPN but again, it was before the draft, and I just don't remember him ever having talked about his dad since the Packers drafted him, and so I just
that might be.
My view was just because I know there was somebody who covers the team somewhat regularly tweeted out a reference to that too, like after can't remember who did it, but like I don't know. That's like there's part of me that was nervous when he ascended to the starting job and did his first press conference with us, like. Before OTAs started, after Rodgers got traded, like if someone was going to ask kind of a ham-handed version about his dad and ask it in a way that maybe that person was nervous or any of those things, but I would hate for that to be asked like at his locker or in a press conference, like. I feel like that's one of those things that he just has every right to choose to talk about it when he wants to talk about it. And I don't feel super comfortable talking about it. Like, I'd be curious. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's been waiting for people to want to talk about it. Maybe it's, maybe he views that as an opportunity to help other people. I don't know, but my kind of belief is, when something like that happens in your life and it is such a defining moment, that you get to talk about it on your own time. And if it has never come up since they drafted him in April of 2020, I'm not going to be the first one to bring it up.
Well, my answer, I mean, this is a question I ask you. Why not?
Because I think people have different.
I know, but you can't ask him. Look, I know this is a part of your life. No, it's uncomfortable to ask.
Subject.
Do you not want to bring it? Do you not want us to bring it up? I can't believe no one would ask him what we should do.
Right, but so that's why I framed it the way I did, because I didn't want to ask him. I didn't want to ask it in a way of, hey, are you okay talking about this or not? So I framed it in my conversation with him as, if and when you're comfortable talking with us about that, I would certainly like to listen.
That's why you'd be the perfect person to talk to him.
Right, but
he didn't offer up and say, "Oh, I'm okay. Well, I have no problem talking about it." He didn't say that.
No, but he also didn't say,
but no, Tony, you nailed it, man. Like that was like if that was something that he has no problem talking about, isn't the answer?
That's when you say it. Yeah.
We've got it right now. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. All right.
That's part of my story, and I love my dad, and I miss him every day. I'm not trying to hide this part of my history. I'll be happy to talk about it. But, maybe it's, he was, 13 when it happened? And now he's 24? Like, that's, and I think you made the point when I saw the clip of you talking about it, and this I do agree with. Like, for that to happen at that time in your development as a human being, and for that to happen with how he lost his father, that is as rough as it gets, right?
Yep.
I mean, and so I just, and look, I have admitted to this many times before. I will admit to this again. I am probably, on occasion, my humanity prevents me from being a good journalist. And when I look back on Ted Thompson's struggles with his cognitive issues toward the end of his career as the general manager, there are other reporters who I'm sure, if they were still covering the team at that time, would have taken a hard edge of, this guy's in a position of prominence for a billion-dollar football team. People are making decisions for him, and keeping his level of struggle in the dark. For a franchise that likes to fancy itself as being owned by the fans and owned by the community, people have a right to know that this guy is struggling cognitively. And maybe that reporter would be right and I would be wrong. In fact, there's a good chance that I'd be wrong. But, there were several of us that knew that Ted was starting to really struggle, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do that to a guy who came and visited me when I was in the hospital. I couldn't do that to a guy who, while everyone else was cursing Brett Favre's name during the summer of 2008, was telling people around him, think about what this is like for Brett to go through. Have some grace in thinking about where he's at and how difficult this is. Like a genuinely good human being, I didn't feel like it was my place to start reporting on his health challenges. And maybe I was wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong about this. But it feels like something that, unless he's talking about it, and that, this is out of, it bothered me enough that I wanted to bring it up to you. And I thought it was important, since you've done it on the air, that we could talk about it together on the air as well. But as a rule, and this is I'm not going to bring it up again. I'm bringing it up because it was on the air, and I think it's worth discussing. And I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm just telling you that it's really hard for me because, I didn't have a great relationship with my dad before he passed. And I know that I think for a lot of people, as Father's Day just went by, and I was actually, it's interesting. I was doing Sunday Karma with Craig, and Craig and I have obviously been friends for a long time, and he asked me how, if I was doing okay during the break between my two segments with him. And I had to tell him, I didn't even think about my dad. When I think of Father's Day, I think of, my friend John Kerry, who's kind of taken that role, or my best friend Jason Bellamy, his dad, who's taken that role for our girls as a grandfather too. Or I think of myself as a dad. And so I just think it's a really heavy, multi-layered thing that I just don't want to talk about it purely through the prism of, well, look at this adversity this guy's faced. Anything compared to losing your dad to suicide when you're 14 is going to be small potatoes. That was a tough prism for me to view it through.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I also had one other thing. I mean, I had an agenda. I wanted people to know, because I think that what he's done is amazing. People should like him. I think people should root for him as much as any player they've ever followed. I can't control that. And if they don't because of this, that's fine. But that was part of it too. I think it's incredible. And I don't know that anything in his life will be as defining as what he has done since then, however he plays in the NFL. So
yeah, and I heard that part too, and I would agree with you that people should root for him, not just because of that, but because for a myriad of reasons. My only point is, and again, I'm not saying I'm right and you're wrong. That's why I wanted to have.
You can say that. I'm okay with it. I knew that there would be a significant percentage of people, I was hoping less than 50-50, that would feel that way. Like you should have never brought it up, and you're whatever they call me.
So here's all right, and I know we're way over time, so I'll leave it here. But okay. I would just say, anybody who, and I have been a staunch defender of you at pretty much every turn.
Can I just say, Jason's right and you're wrong?
Fine.
There you go.
All right.
Just wanted to say
I'm okay with that.
Right, Jason, go ahead.
Well, so with the exception of when you turned your Twitter timeline into COVID talk, I've been a staunch defender of you since I've known you. And anybody who thinks that you're insensitive or
dense,
I mean, all things that have been said about, they could not be more wrong. There is nobody who has their heart in the right place more than you. Sometimes you're a little unvarnished for my liking.
Ooh, I gotta write that down.
Or dense.
But I understood why you were doing it. This was not sensationalism or, oh my God, listen to our podcast because we talk about something that you didn't know about Jordan Love. And it was very clear that what your point was that look at what this guy has accomplished despite great personal tragedy. You should be pulling for him. I understood immediately why you were saying it. I just, again,
delivery was shaky.
And I'm not saying this I am not sure I'm right. My point is that until Jordan Love is willing to discuss this with me or with Wes Hodkiewicz or Rob Domofsky or any of the guys that cover this team, whoever he wants to talk about it with, if and when he decides he is comfortable talking about it, then I will feel more comfortable talking about it myself. But until then, that he talked about it in his final year at Utah or leading into the scouting combine in February of 2020, it is not something without his blessing that I'm comfortable talking about. And that's me.
Thanks, Jason.
But,
that's good.
Right, take care.
Jason Wilde, all Packers all the time. Not as quick as you.
All right, well, I have to apologize to the audience for not being here to corral you yesterday.
That's why I did it then.
It seems like you could, sorry to, and what Jason said was like you mentioned it, he knows why you're mentioning it, the delivery and maybe the length of time spent on it, maybe a little off, but other than that, we get the point.
Next.
More Packers talk coming up on Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. It's time to stock up for your weekend celebrations and get a free Summerfest ticket. Whether you need a couple of cases, a cold half barrel, a great bottle of wine, your favorite craft beer, or hard-to-find liquor, you'll find it at Discount Liquor, all at the lowest prices in town. Stop in and receive a free Summerfest ticket when you purchase 2 12-packs of 16-ounce Miller Lite or Coors Light cans, or 1 12-pack any Vizzy Hard Seltzer or Arnold Palmer spiked half and half. It's the world's largest music festival, and you'll be there compliments of Discount Liquor. Visit us at 51st and Oklahoma in Milwaukee and on Barstow in Maine in downtown Waukesha. Voted best liquor store in Milwaukee again. See us for your free Summerfest ticket and have a happy and safe weekend from all of us at Discount Liquor.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings. Discount Liquor.
Check out all of our weekly specials at discountliquorinc.com.
Dave Matthews Band Live.
Celebrate, we will.
June 29th, American Family Insurance Amphitheater during Summerfest. On sale now at the Summerfest box office and online at Ticketmaster.com. Pre-order the new album, Walk Around the Moon, now. Brought to you by Summerfest.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At Evans Transportation, they love the sounds of Milwaukee baseball. Bats cracking, crowds cheering, brats grilling. And Evans is a big fan of manufacturing runs, both on the diamond and in supply chain management. When manufacturers have accounting, shipping, and tracking needs, they come to Evans. Because, just like in baseball, teams who know how to manufacture runs have the best chance of long-term success. Evans in Delafield supports Milwaukee's baseball team. Find them at evanstrans.com.
This place has a pulse. You hear it in the canopy, feel it in the ground. Life, fully illuminated, engulfs you. From the birds singing in the treetops above to the tiniest insects in the soil below, you take a deep, cleansing breath, filling your lungs with the essence of the forest. Now, imagine it's all gone. Healthy, life-giving forests reduced to nothing. No singing birds, no lush canopy, and water and food in short supply around the world. Time is running out to protect our forests, and without our love, they can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our forests. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Spending more time at home? Don't forget that 94.5 ESPN's on your smart speaker. Just ask Alexa to open 94.5 ESPN. 94.5 ESPN on Alexa is presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Sunday Night Baseball hits the City of Angels this week for a 2017 World Series rematch.
There's a shot to left and deep headed toward the Dodger bullpen is gone. Mookie Betts is on a tear.
It's Dodgers hosting the Astros in L.A.
Left field, deep and gone. Minute Maid erupts with Bregman's 5th grand slam of his career.
Our coverage starts Sunday night at 5, right here on Milwaukee's home for the biggest MLB games of the week, 94.5 ESPN.
Join Marquette stars Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener as they battle this summer. Wade versus Diener, champions for literacy. It's the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of January. In fact, Dwayne Wade's going to be on this show Thursday to talk about it. On the 24th of July, golf alongside the stars of the Bog in Saukville, a day full of food, fun, events, and golf, all while funding local youth literacy projects. But again, it's a 3-day event. To find out about all 3 days, Wade versus Diener, wadeversusdiener.givesmart.com.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We're so far behind, we don't even have time for a segment, which means we can just celebrate how I whooped everybody on one call, that's all, again. And Pebble had a chance to tie me, but he didn't have the guts. He flinched.
I still got mine right. I said the Brewers would be back in first place after the series with the Pirates, and they are.
No, you said they'd win 2 out of 3. That's what you said.
No, I said they would. I said they would be back in first place after.
But you wouldn't say they were going to sweep.
But I wouldn't say they would sweep.
Yeah. So which is more impressive, to pick them to win 2 out of 3 or to pick them to sweep? Pebble?
Win 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Which did you pick?
The 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
in
right.
First place, but I didn't pick them to win 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I said they'd be back in first place. But if you do the math, if they win 2 out of 3, they just have
correct.
To be
We
in
did
first
discuss
place.
that math at the time.
Very rich here.
Pebble, now what did the Hall of Famer? He had a golf. Didn't he have a golf
brutal.
one?
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau.
DeChambeau's going to win. I just I needed him to win because I had him in my golf pool. Trying to will him to a win. Didn't work.
It would have been nice. He had his moments. He kind of lost in one of those.
Collapsed.
Yeah.
Scheffler did beat Koepka, though. So
He did.
That's
so,
all that really matters.
Yes, it is. You won the $20, so now we're dead even, and we have a new bet now. $10. No, I was up 20, so we're even.
Okay.
On NBA stuff. Now, we do have a new bet, U.S. versus the Foreigners in the NBA All-Star Game. I got the U.S., and you have the Foreigners. Good. I think they're going to play this year. Why can't they play this year? They should. Do you agree?
We put it up at ESPN
Too late.
Milwaukee and ESPN
Too late?
Homer and Tony on Twitter.
Where is the All-Star Game? They could do it.
Too late to change
They
the
already
format,
changed the format last year, didn't they? They had a different.
They probably had that planned.
Oh, well.
Probably should be planned.
Now they should be. Tomorrow they should have a meeting. Hey, did you hear on the Hall of Famer and Homer that they were talking about this? What a great idea.
Yeah, they're
Let's
probably not
change
gonna
it
happen.
today.
Our Discount Liquor Twitter poll question: in a hypothetical NBA All-Star
80%.
game featuring strictly U.S. players against foreign players, who would win? 76% say the foreign players would win. 24% the U.S. would win.
Fine, that makes it even
Only
better.
46 votes, though.
That's even better. Yeah, well. All right, we'll have Are You a Better Guesser? Caller 4, 1-800-990. Yes, 2 out of 3 is now a better call, a better prediction than a sweep. 1-800-990-3776. Caller 4, Are You a Better Guesser? And then do we have to pick last week's winner?
As well. Yes, we don't have any winners from last week, so we have to have the Hall of Famer. pick a caller number.
Random number. Yes. Caller 4, next.
Call 800-990-3776. Are You a Better Guesser is next on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com. For your sports talk fix every day from 4 to 6, it's Scalzo and Brust.
Even if you don't believe it yourself, it seems like the concern is far more that nobody wants to put their name on Jordan Love as opposed to I want to put belief in Jordan Love. So I'll be the first one. I believe in Jordan Love. I believe in Jordan Love in the 2023 NFL season.
Scalzo and Brust. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Michelob Ultra.
Ready for summer travel? Start with a trip to Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have unbeatable deals on automotive supplies and service to give you peace of mind out on the road. Like all Blazer trailer lighting, 10% off. Rewards members save an extra 5%. While you're in for automotive deals, save on all Flowtech well pumps and control boxes for your home, 15% off. Plus, great doorbusters like special buy 36-pound bags of KT All-American Wild Bird Food, just $19.99.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Enjoy a world of street food fare in the largest tequila collection in town at Blue Bat Kitchen and Tequileria. Blue Bat is a destination for some of Milwaukee's best tacos, shareable appetizers, and margaritas in a fun environment right on the river in the historic 3rd Ward, serving up global flavors and good times 7 days a week. Blue Bat Kitchen will also turn your next party into a full-blown fiesta with an off-site catering taco bar. Visit Blue Bat Kitchen on Water Street or check out bluebatkitchen.com.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Associated Bank. Show your Brewers pride everywhere you go with Brewers Checking, only from Associated Bank. Score exclusive perks like a one-of-a-kind Brewers Debit MasterCard 10% off at the team store, even express check-in at the Associated Bank gate. And if you want a VIP game day, the Associated Bank Power Alley is for everyone. Contact the Brewers ticket office to learn how you could treat your crew to a full buffet and private bar overlooking left center field. Brewers Checking. Learn more at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers today. Member FDIC.
Over Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
A gentle breeze blows across your face as you take a refreshing sip of water, appreciating the stillness of another morning fishing on the lake. The distant gurgle of a stream reminds you of days spent playing in the creek, the cool, clear water rushing between your toes. You love this time with nature, the feeling of putting everything on hold to connect with the world around you. Now, imagine it's all gone. No fish, no lake, no water. One of life's most vital resources, irreplaceably depleted. Time is running out to protect fresh water, and without our love, it can and will disappear. It's our choice. Love it or lose it. Help protect our fresh water. Visit World Wildlife Fund at wwf.org/love.
Warm out there. That means it's June. The year's almost half over. What are you guys doing? Still dealing with that hip pain, that knee pain? Come on, enough is enough, isn't it? Pills are not the answer. Surgery, definitely not the answer. You guys need to call QC Kinetics today. The advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. How about that? You can do all those summer activities that you used to enjoy. Remember those? QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in taking healing properties from your own body, applying them right to your achy joint, so your joint tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. This treatment is truly revolutionary, and it's right here in Milwaukee. Patients across America are having life-changing results. And there's no drugs, no surgery, no downtime, people. This is incredible. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, you need to stop what you're doing and call QC Kinetics now for that free consultation. Learn how the latest advances in regenerative medicine can give you your life back. Call 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Don't wait any longer. 414-285-3474.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Yeah. Do I got to pick a number? What are we doing?
Now, first of all, we have to, our contestant. What's on the line, Pebble?
Entry into a drawing for a $50 gift card to Mars Cheese Castle, which we will draw next Monday. And we also, like Tony mentioned, we have to pick a caller number at random for last week's gift cards, since we had no correct answers.
Yeah. But first, we get Chef LeBron. I think he's 8 championships in 30 attempts, but I'm not sure. Chef Ed, good afternoon.
Hey, Homer. Hey, Tony. How you guys doing today?
Living the dream.
Doing good.
Homer, right on the head there. 30 times in a final, 8-time champion.
8 times? That's $400 that he's had.
Wow.
And winnings.
Guy's rich.
Are you ready to go?
Ready.
Of the top 23 temperatures ever in Los Angeles, I picked that because the U.S. Open is there, none are in this month. July, August, September, or October. Of the top 23 temperatures ever in L.A., none in this month. July, August, September, or October. What do you say?
I'm going to say October.
October is what Chef Ed says, or Chef LeBron. Now, I've lost track. The Hall of Famer's up 4?
He's at 5.
Up 5.
Yeah, and I have to continue to try not
Yes,
to
he can't tank. Of the top 23 temperatures ever in Los Angeles, none in this month. July, August, September, or October.
All right, Homer, here's my answer.
I can't see what that is.
You can't see what it is? No, somebody stole my marker.
I think I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
okay.
Yeah. Okay, Pebble. And now the Hall of Famer. Of the top 23 temperatures ever in Los Angeles, none in this month. July, August, September, or October.
September.
September is what the Hall of Famer says. It's a little bit of a trick because there's only one day in July, but one is one. September has 17 of the 23 days are in September. Don't ask me why. October has 6. There is no day in August. Pebble got it right. Pebble picked August. The Hall of Famer September and Chef Ed October. Doesn't make any sense to me. Someone's going to have to look
I don't
it
even know
up.
what the question was.
Of the top 23 temperatures ever in Los Angeles, none were in this month. Why would none be in August? It doesn't make any sense.
I think August is the hottest month, too, in Los Angeles.
Just never.
I think in general, it's the hottest, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know. It can't be. September has almost, like I said, almost all of these dates. So someone can look that up. September 26th,
up,
the 1st, 17th, 20th. October 14th, October 21st. June has 2 days, 16th and the 10th. And October, no, it's July, only one day, 103. August, none. Don't ask me why, but I know this, that the Hall of Famer is now up 4.
Correct. We need him to pick a random caller number 2 to give away last week's gift card
Yeah.
for $50 to Mars Cheese Castle.
Yeah.
6.
6 is the number, 1-800-990-3776. Number 6, you'll win last week's prize. Top 3 at 3. Close to on time, very close, because we have a sponsor in Sazza. Sophia Minard, a little bit after that as well. She couldn't be on yesterday because we did not do a show with the honor of Juneteenth. Next.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Homer and Tony is coming up next, including the top 3 at 3 presented by Saz's Steakhouse on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Get up, get out, get over here, go! It's the Grand Slam giveaway at Potawatomi. This June, play with your club card and you'll have 4 chances to hit big and slide into home with a share of the show-stopping $400,000 in cash and prizes. 50 winners each Thursday. Step up and knock your luck out of the park. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More info at paysbig.com/Grand Slam. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Summerfest is right around the corner, and Dave Matthews Band will be there on June 29th, and we want you to be there too. From now through June 21st, 94.5 ESPN is giving you the opportunity to see Dave Matthews Band at the big gig. Listen for the cue to call on Homer and Tony and be the correct caller for a pair of tickets to see Dave Matthews Band on June 29th. For full contest rules and details, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Hey, this is Tony Smith. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Hey, yeah!
This is Homer and Tony.
Oh, baby!
You missed our Are You Better Guesser yesterday. It was about aliens.
Really?
The U.S. leads the world in UFO sightings. We were asking which country is second.
Russia, China,
China's third.
Japan.
Nope.
Switzerland.
No.
Mexico.
Oh, my God.
Alabama.
Canada.
Oh, all right. Where was Alabama? I have been called bro by my grandson.
Oh, really?
And you know what I say when he says bro? Bro? The one thing I know I'm not.
Better smack that little fella and say, hey,
no.
put some respect on my name.
I don't know what it means. All I know is
Doesn't mean grandpa.
I know what it means. It ain't me. Whatever it is, I'm no bro. Is that
true.
correct?
You ain't the bro. I ain't your
I'm
bro.
not a bro. Not gonna be a bro. I don't know if I was a bro.
I ain't your
at one
bro,
time.
little fella. Don't get smacked.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. This is Homer and Tony.
In perfect harmony, because we all see it as an absolute. How the hell does Chef Ed do it? He's got to have multiple phone lines so that he calls. He won again, right?
Yep, he won again. He was caller 6.
Yeah. So if you had like 3 phones, right, and you dial them at different times, then you can. He was probably caller 4, caller 5, and caller 6. I don't know. Pebble, how could he cheat?
I don't know.
That would be it.
Callers going, but.
Well, no, but if you had multiple phones, right?
Right.
That's how we cheated one time on a radio show. I didn't invent it. My brother
mean you
did.
cheated? Oh,
We
wow.
cheated. We had 3 phone lines. And so
Why would you have 3 phone lines?
one for a family and one for kids, and then my dad had his business line. So we didn't have 3 for a while. He changed it down to 2. But anyway, so we had cassette recorders that had the sound of your phone as if it was dead, like when you pick up your phone before you make a call. So we each called in with a price, and the prizes they had, each group of prizes lasted like 3 minutes. So after each of us called in, we then, instead of hanging up, put our phone next to the sound that we had created on a cassette machine. So we tied up all 3 lines. And after we got done, we hear the announcer going, "All right, we still have time. We have a minute left. We have no calls. Is everything going all right? Or we got no calls." And time's up. And then we all hung up. Oh, our phones seem to be working okay. What we were scared to do is, which proved that my older brother was not only the smartest but toughest, I didn't want to go and get the prize. The prize wasn't even that big. He just wanted to do it to, I guess, prove he could do it. And no one wanted to go to the radio station because we didn't know what would happen. Like maybe they had figured out, I guess.
They got arrested.
They arrested, yes, that crossed my mind, but not. Just like, what were you doing? Or you can't compete in this contest ever again. And he went and got it. Nobody knew anything. They just thought the phones went bad. So you had to have 3 lines then. So, yeah, Pebble has.
How do you feel about that?
How do
You okay
I
with
feel?
that?
I'm fantastic with it. Because, one.
You would be.
No, my brother, he could have ripped off something big. He won like $10 gift certificate at the Big Boy restaurant. It wasn't. No.
Yeah.
Now, if he does it and gets a brand new car for $50,
then you feel bad.
Then I would feel bad. Yes.
Somehow I'm not buying that.
I didn't think you would.
I think you'd be just okay with it.
Yeah, I was impressed. One, that he was that smart, and 2, that he had the guts to show up and not get worried that they were gonna, wait till that winter comes.
Not.
Yeah. I didn't think you would buy into it. All right. Top 3, almost as crazy as the guy who won the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
Holiday Inn Clark, or what is his first? Oh, Wyndham. I keep calling him Holiday.
Hilton.
They said his dad was a professional tennis player. And I go,
Well, that caught your eye, huh?
there was a kid at Arizona when I was there, Randall Clark. Then they say it was Randall Clark. And I'm going like, nah, that's not possible. I figured his kid would be older than that, Anyway, and plus there could be a lot of Randall Clarks. It's his kid. What are the chances?
Pretty good, apparently.
Well, and Randall Clark was very good. Left-hander. I thought he was from New Mexico.
Clark.
Anyway, you know why I remember him?
No, why?
Well, because I was a walk-on at Arizona, and I wasn't good enough to be on the team, so the head coach just had me play the guys that were not so
Is
good.
this your top 3 at 3?
No, it isn't. It's just I want to credit the amazing connection. So one day, he let me practice with Randall Clark. He just kicked my butt. So that's the only reason I remember him.
Go pay some bills.
All right. Top 3 at 3.
The best of the best.
I know his dad. We're best friends.
Sure.
The pick of the litter, the creme de la creme. This list is as exclusive as it gets.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's run. It's the Top 3 at 3 with Homer and Tony. Presented by Saz's Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Place to grab a bite and a brew before the game. Stop by 55th and State for a shuttle to the game. Saz's, the finest.
Might head over there after the show today. The finest. The biggest wings in the world. All right, Top 3 at 3. Yesterday I played in a charity golf event for Teen Challenge. It's this fabulous group. They help people that have just horrific drug problems and turn their life around. But that's not why I'm mentioning them. The first year I played in their golf event, guess how long it took?
How long?
6 hours and 15 minutes. You know how long that is?
Hey, that's how long our regular round took.
What? I ain't playing golf.
Yes, trust me. It was ugly.
Guess how long yesterday?
4.5 hours.
Yes, exactly. And the food was supposed to start at 2:30. They had no idea it finished. We got done at 1:30. So who's ever in charge and all the people playing in the Teen Challenge golf outing. By the way, they have a great thrift store that if you have any extra clothes, donate it to them because they then sell it for practically nothing. Like, as nice as this shirt is, would you say this is a nice shirt that I have on Polo?
Not bad.
All right, if I donated it to the Teen Challenge thrift store, you know what they charge?
What?
$4. $4.
I got a lot of stuff if you want some stuff for them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I
when
know.
I say a lot of stuff, I mean a lot
I
of
know.
stuff.
They can use a lot of stuff. Yes, and it gives the people that come in.
I'm going to bring it in tomorrow.
All right. It's on Appleton Avenue, so you can go.
No, I'm going to bring it to you.
By the way, you know what has happened?
What?
People don't want pianos anymore.
Pianos?
They have like 3 pianos.
Come on.
Everybody donates their pianos because people don't want pianos anymore. Nobody's playing. You used to have your kids do it. We have one too. I was going to donate ours, and they go, "We already got 3. We don't need a 4th." All right. Congratulations from 6 hours and 15 minutes to 4.5. Tony nailed it. All right, Hall of Famer.
I'm getting close to the draft, so I'm talking NBA stuff. And obviously, heard about the blockbuster deal with Bradley Beal, who you predicted was not coming to the Bucks.
When I heard the stories, I just want people to know, don't buy into the stories. There's no chance. If there had been no stories, I would have never reported anything.
Yeah, so Beal's going to Phoenix now. So you got Booker, Beal, Durant at the 2, 3, and 4.
Right.
Seems very scary.
It does. But then how good is the rest of their team going to be?
Still have to have the rest of the team. And also, when I look at that team, yes, it looks imposing, but there's only one ball. Somebody's scoring average is going down.
Yeah, and they have to be willing to let it go down.
Correct. They're not going to be the same role. I got the ball at the end of the game. They're going to put it on my shoulders. It's going to move around a little bit. One game, it's going to be one guy, and they all got to get on board with that. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can make that work out. Coach also going to have a responsibility.
Okay, who's going to be willing to score less?
Well,
who's going to be
I think you also got to leave. You got to have it where at least one of those guys is on the court at all times. So you got to find a good rotation to keep one of those guys on the floor, and that's also not easy because now somebody's got to volunteer to come out early.
Right. So you're the coach. What are you going to do? You know those 3 guys.
Right. I mean, you just got to talk to them, say who's going to come out early, and then someone's going to play only like 4 minutes in the first quarter, and then they're going to come in with another minute left in the quarter.
Do you think all 3 of those would be willing to do that?
I don't know. Don't know. I don't even know if it's that simple. Who can be effective doing that is the real question. That's the first question. So I gotta study those guys and see who could be effective playing in short minutes. Because that's the guy I'm going to ask to do it. Everybody can't be effective playing short minutes.
Well, Durant is not an option.
I don't know who can be effective playing short minutes because your first stint, first quarter is going to be 5 minutes. But I mean, you're going to find that with any team. But with these 2 guys, it's different because they're all kind of like the same kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
Like with the Bucks, when you look at the Bucks, they don't have 3 of the same guys. You got Giannis, then you got Milton, and Drew. They're all different type of players.
That's why I don't think it'll work in Phoenix. I don't think it's going to work.
And I don't think a lot of people don't think it's going to work. It seems like overkill. It seems like too much of the same. I mean, it's great, it's good, but it seems like too much of the same. So I got it. I'm ready to see. But it is an interesting trio to have. If you're any coach, I'd like to have the problem as the coach. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if I can get it to work, it can be ridiculous. So there's a lot more to come, I'm sure, before the draft comes up. So, but that was the first big move that we saw. Besides Chris Paul being outed, but we don't know the rest of that. So, Pebble.
And my top story in the top three. Bob Huggins announcing a resignation from West Virginia and retirement after his DUI arrest over the weekend.
Huggy.
Sad career ending to Huggy Bear's career, but it's. I thought he was for sure he was going to be done after this, especially after the things that he came out previously with.
Come on, Huggy, have someone drive you.
But he blew a .210, which
it's twice.
Yeah, it's on the streets.
Know what that is.
That's rough.
Generally, now it's .08, but generally you think of it as .1. He's double. Yeah, .08.
So he was what now?
.2.
What?
Yeah, it's over double.
210. Yep.
Yeah.
That's
right. He drinks all the time, so have somebody drive you. You don't ever have to drive your entire life, especially after you already had the incident where you said some not so nice things about the Catholics at Xavier.
Yeah, he had apparently had garbage bag fulls of empty beer cans in his car as well.
Oh, what's he doing?
He's just being lazy or stupid or both.
Sounds more stupid.
I can't speak to, or he's just out of control.
You can't speak to.
Well, no, because I don't know how when you're an alcoholic, if that's what he is, where you're out of control. Are you being? It seems to me it's no difficulty getting somebody to drive, given how much money he makes.
Does someone else? I mean, I'm sure somebody around him know he's got the problem.
Yes,
don't they got to be watching out for him?
I think I'm sure, tried to talk to him about it many times.
But West Virginia was they were gathering quite a haul of transfers this offseason too. They were going to be coming season. So now they got a new coach in the lineup. I think their assistants are only on a 1-year deal, so I'm sure they're going to be gone as well. And I'm sure a lot of these players that they brought in, and they got a pretty strong NIL game too, from what I've heard. That a lot of those guys are going to be looking elsewhere. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, but you can't. I feel bad for the kids, except that all those guys knew what they were dealing with. I mean, everybody who ever went there knew the possibility of him going goofy or doing something. He already did something, of losing his job. I don't know how anybody could play for Bob Huggins and not know that there's the possibility that he won't finish your time. Right? I mean,
right.
And everybody, it didn't happen, and now it finally did. And he resigned because they were going to fire him.
Yeah, he resigned because they were going to fire him. Yeah.
So I said this. I said on Twitter. I said he goes into something and doesn't drink for a year, stops for a year. I'd hire him again. But
why? He's never even won a Power 5 championship anywhere.
But he's gone to the Final Four a few years, and he should have won a national title when Kenyon Martin got hurt. So, no, I'm not saying he's the best coach, but I'm going, you're going to win.
I don't want the headache.
Yeah, I'd be willing to take it if he could stop for a year. I'm not sure that he can.
Are you going to resign before they fire you? Or are you going to wait to get fired?
I'm going to wait to get fired. Thanks for asking. Yeah.
Just checking.
I know. Well, no, you got any others?
No.
Do I think they're going to fire me?
Huh?
Do I think they're going to fire me?
I don't either.
No.
I'm just wondering, if it came to it, would you resign first or just wait for him to fire you?
I'd wait for you to fire.
All right.
Finish me off. I can take it. I'm a man. I'm 40. Yes. Sophia Minnaert, next.
More Brewers talk coming up on Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN.
Starting off with a bit of a backup along westbound 94. We did have an earlier bout of road work going on right around Brookfield Road, and that actually has been pulled back, and the delays are getting better, but they are still bunching up right around that area, so just be careful. Southbound on 41, backing up from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. Southbound 43, going to be slow from Silver Spring down past Locust. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mainly clear, a low of 61 at the lakefront, 55 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 80 at the lake, 85 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Summerfest is right around the corner, and Dave Matthews Band will be there on June 29th, and we want you to be there too. From now through June 21st, 94.5 ESPN is giving you the opportunity to see Dave Matthews Band at the big gig. Listen for the cue to call on Homer and Tony and be the correct caller for a pair of tickets to see Dave Matthews Band on June 29th. For full contest rules and details, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
Summer with Saz's. Wonton wrapped mozzarella sticks, refreshing craft cocktails, crispy sour cream and chive fries, barbecue pulled pork sandwiches, you name it, they've got it. Saz's Steakhouse has been a Milwaukee staple for almost 50 years. So grab your friends and come experience the finest for yourself. Join them on their outdoor patio or pull up a seat at Saz's famous Round Bar. Complimentary shuttles are ready to take you to games and concerts at AmFam Field, located at 55th and State. Learn more at saz's.com.
Kessler's is famous
nationwide for diamond engagement rings.
But what most people don't know
is that Kessler's is equally amazing at wedding bands.
Engagement rings come in thousands of styles.
But not all engagement rings come with a matching wedding band.
No problem.
No problem. No problem.
You heard the part about equally amazing wedding bands, right?
That's real. We are amazing at wedding bands. We have a wedding band that is going to look fantastic. Fantabulous. Incomprehensibly good. With your engagement ring.
It's going to look really good.
Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
You need to work with us. Yeah, Ricky. Work with us.
Seriously, you're going to be extremely happy with what you find at Kessler's. Our sales associates are good at helping you find the perfect wedding band.
Much better, Ricky.
I prefer Rick.
Yeah, Ricky. Much better. Welcome to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
ESPN Milwaukee's Game Nights are here to let you know that now is a great time to attend an exciting, family-friendly baseball experience in Lake Country. The second season for the Lake Country Dockhounds is underway in Oconomowoc right off the interstate. Tickets start at just $10 with home games featuring Bat Dogs, Colton Kovu, in-game promotions, a kids area, and more. Go to Dockhounds.com for tickets and game times. Catch Dockhounds baseball in Lake Country, where summer nights last longer. Go to Dockhounds.com to get started.
Wade versus Diener, a 3-day event that will feature activities where Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener will compete with your help to raise the most money for local youth literacy programs. Mark your calendars for July 23rd for a tee-off party hosted by Wade and Diener with giant beer pong, Jenga, bags, local food trucks, drinks, and more at Discovery World. Don't miss this opportunity to join these NBA stars as they give back to the Milwaukee community through their shared love of basketball and fundraising for youth literacy. Register at wadevsdiener.givesmart.com.
Sunday Night Baseball hits the City of Angels this week for a 2017 World Series rematch.
There's a shot to left and deep, headed toward the Dodger bullpen. Is gone. Mookie Betts is on a tear.
It's Dodgers hosting the Astros in L.A.
Left field, deep and gone. Minute Maid erupts with Bregman's 5th grand slam of his career.
Our coverage starts Sunday night at 5, right here on Milwaukee's home for the biggest MLB games of the week, 94.5 ESPN.
I admit it. I tell you about Fisco so you'll like me. How does it work? Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin. Been telling people about it for years because once you got an auto body place, you're done forever. Whenever you got auto body, Fisco. When your kids, Fisco, they're that good. Why do I say you'll like me? Because when you go there and it's so good, then people come at home and they were great. You like them, you like me. Win, win, win. Fisco Auto Body. Fisco, 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 so you remember the name.
You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Sophia Minute apparently is still on assignment. I bet she's doing an interview because this is about the time. So she's probably talking to. So that means we can do and make up for the huge mistake earlier in the show.
Huge? What's that?
Because we didn't give Jordan Love stuff. We got Jordan Love. We are the national experts. No one gives you more information about Jordan Love than this show. There may be some shows that don't want to give you more information, but that's not the case here. You can't say enough about the new quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Need to be experts on him before he plays. his first game as the starting quarterback, not filling in. He's the man. All right, what do we got, Pebble?
Got Preston Smith talking on the NFL Network, Packers defensive or outside linebacker, saying that it's time for the world to see love.
Yeah.
I mean, most people didn't get a chance to really see Jordan and what he had to do. And us seeing him in practice going against the scout team last year, and, when he got a chance, Jordan has a lot of ability, and we have a lot of confidence in him. And he has a lot of things that can help his team. And we feel like he has a lot of confidence. And I feel like this is going to be a year for people to see what Jordan really made of.
I also wanted to talk about how.
Wait a minute. He didn't really give us any of the particulars of what Jordan Love could do. I wonder how much you really learn about the quarterback when he's on the scout team. But we'll save those for a later date. All right. What else?
Said he says that he believes in Jordan Love's potential.
And when you hear about the Packers, always Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, and now it's a new face at quarterback, and now it's some more attention that has to be brought to the quarterback position because before Aaron it was Brett. And then, from Brett to Aaron to now is Jordan going to live up to that legendary status and follow the line of the legends that came before him. And I believe he has a lot of potential. He has a lot of athletic ability. He has a lot of throwing ability. And he just has a lot of overall great quarterback. He got a lot of great quarterback attributes, and I feel like he'll be great. Just got to let him get in there, get comfortable, and get the floor because I've seen him make some great athletic throws. I've seen him do a lot of things in practice that I was like, hey, that kid, he's almost ready. In the past. And I feel like now the Packers believe in him, the team believes in him, a lot of guys believe in him, and we believe, he's ready to lead his team on offense.
And finally, he talks about how he knows the defense has to step up to help Love in the offense.
Well, personally, we feel like last year one of our best seasons as a defense, man, with so much talent on our defense. We know we have to step it up a lot, and knowing we have a young quarterback, we have to be tremendous this year. We got to make sure that we step up and we do our part to help him get comfortable out there on the field, getting the ball in great situations, getting stops, and let him get comfortable back there and make sure that we put him in great situations. It's not just about him putting us in great situations, it's about us helping him be comfortable and put him in great situations, getting him the ball in a great field position and getting stops so that, he can go down the field and get us touchdowns and do his thing and gain his confidence throughout the season.
Preston Smith, we got to get him on. We got to do follow-ups. Did he not say we had so much talent on the defense last year? Isn't that what he said? Yeah.
Well, personally, we feel like last year one of our best seasons as a defense, man, with so much talent on our defense.
All right, you can stop it there. What?
Get rid of Joe Barry.
What? Yes, exactly.
They did have a lot of talent. Everybody thought that at the beginning of the season.
Well, except for me. I didn't buy it.
Oh, you didn't think they had talent?
No. I don't know.
What do you think they had?
They were okay.
Personnel?
Just okay.
No, it was better than that.
Well, I thought but yes, if you believe that they have so much talent, whose butt should be fired? Joe Barry. You have all that talent and you perform like that, just mediocre? I know. I thought their talent was overrated. We had that at the beginning of the year when some people were saying second best defense in the league. No, I don't see it. But again, if the team believed it, then they got to fire Joe Barry. Clearly, LaFleur didn't believe the talent was that good. Otherwise, he wouldn't have brought him back, right? So I don't. Who's the talent anyway? And then. This was before then, talking about Jordan Love living up to the legendary status. Now, we all agree he has 1%, 0% chance to live up to the legendary status. In order to live up to the legendary status of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, what do you have to be? What do you have to be?
Hall of Fame.
First ballot Hall of Famer. That's their legendary status. They're not just even Hall of Famers. They are first ballot Hall of Famers. They are record-holding superstars in the history of the NFL. 3-time MVP, I think, Favre, and 4-time. Live up to that legendary status. No, everybody needs to know it's not going to happen. There's a better chance that somebody else is the first pick in the NBA draft other than the guy from France. There's a better chance of that than Jordan Love being at the same legendary status of Favre and Rodgers. Now, that's got to be an absolute for this show. I want to ask it.
All right, ask away.
There's no chance that Jordan Love can live up to the legendary status of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. No chance. You agree?
I will not agree.
Oh, geez.
I don't know. Doesn't look like it right now.
What are the chances?
I bet a heavy amount right now.
What are the chances?
There's no chance.
What do you think the chance of me being president of the United States?
None.
No chance?
None.
There's a better chance? So you will say no chance in some cases.
I know there's no chance of that. But what I don't know is I don't know what Jordan Love's going to do. It doesn't look like he's going to be that.
Nobody would. They could
be close to that. I wouldn't bet.
No, they could have any quarterback. Pick any quarterback in the league.
I'm just telling you, I would bet everything I had against it.
Okay.
But doesn't mean it can't happen.
Pebble, do you have any way to help to try to convince him that
it could happen? You don't know.
No, it could not happen.
I'm just telling you, it could.
Very rarely would it ever think would happen twice back to back, especially with Aaron Rodgers.
Well, no, I don't.
So it's going to happen 3 times.
Is there anybody?
100% agree.
No,
100% agree.
there's only one quarterback in the league right now who is at the Favre Rodgers status.
Don't know, so I cannot. I'm not going to get.
But you know, I'm not going to be president.
I know that for sure.
How do you know that for sure? You don't know.
You just don't have a chance. There's no way. You don't have enough money, first of all.
Okay. I just wanted to know what the difference is.
First thing.
You have more belief in him
don't have
being
enough money.
You have more belief in Jordan Love being 3-time MVP.
4-time even.
Well, 3 or 4, and be a first ballot Hall of Famer than me being president.
100%.
How would you take that, Pebble? He's taking a shot at me. It has nothing to do with Jordan Love.
Pebble, what are Homer's chances of being president?
Next to none.
And what are Jordan Love's
next
chances?
To none or none?
Next to none.
I will say none.
So you mean he still has a chance?
I think he still has a chance because he could fall ass backwards into money or something like that.
Yeah.
Get enough money.
Who's going to vote for him, though? I don't care how much money he has. Who's going to vote for him?
When you promote the show, make sure to use this segment where you said it's possible Homer could be president of the United States. I have never felt closer.
Backwards into some money and ran for president.
I might buy a car.
First of all, I would smack you for wasting your money. Second of all, I wouldn't vote for you.
There's a lot more worse choices out there.
You would not vote for me?
No.
Why not?
You don't know the first thing about politics.
You don't think I'm smart enough to put me around a circle of smart people?
But then you're going to those smart people would have been in politics already and they haven't done anything either. So why would I trust them?
No, I would get them in politics.
You're going to make them do something. You're going to make them do something different than they've been doing all these years.
I think they would have been done, but
we've had plenty of presidents from the outside world come in.
I got to say, not voting for
I mean, I'm telling you right now who my vice presidential candidate is. Who? Dwayne Wade.
Oh, certainly not voting for you then. 2 guys that don't know what they're doing.
Jordan Love. These guys are first ballot to equal Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre. I think it's simpler to say you got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And there's only one quarterback in the league now that's going to be. I mean, Mahomes is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mahomie, yep.
But that's it. 1-800-990-3776. What a segment.
I'm going to tell you about my peanuts next.
We'll do that next. And hopefully, Sophia will be no longer on assignment. I mean, they got just destroyed so badly yesterday. Maybe
might be hiding because
something
of that loss.
No,
It wasn't her loss.
Oh, no. Very positive. She's as positive now as ever. She will pick them to win the division, you think, if I ask her?
No.
No? Next.
Not a predictor.
All right.
More of Homer and Tony next on 94.5 ESPN.
Still been backed up along 43 southbound as you're making your way down from about Silver Spring down past Capitol Drive to Locust. That's where it starts to let up a bit. Right now, 19 minutes to get from Brown Deer Road into downtown. Southbound on 41, seeing heavy traffic from just south of Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. The rest of the system actually not looking too bad. A little bit heavy on westbound 94 in Waukesha County. There was some construction going on around Brookfield Road. That's been picked up, but we still have a little bit of bunching through that area. Traffic is brought to you by the Lake Country Dockhounds in Oconomowoc. Enjoy a family-friendly baseball experience in Lake Country where summer nights last longer. Go to dockhounds.com to get tickets. A check of the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight. Mainly clear, a low of 61 at the lake, 55 inland. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warm, a high of 80 at the lake, 85 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Baseball, grilling, festivals, tan lines, and Saz's. Summer in Wisconsin is the finest, and Saz's Statehouse is the place to be. They've been a Milwaukee staple for almost 50 years, so they know a thing or two about summer fun. Enjoy handcrafted cocktails, festival-famous combo platters on Saz's outdoor patio, or cool off with your friends at their famous round bar. Saz's complimentary shuttles are ready to take you to games and concerts at AmFam Field. Get details at Saz's.com, located at 55th and State. See you at Saz's.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
One of the challenges with Draymond Green and him opting out, looking for more money and a longer-term deal. There are teams out there that make you think about it. They can pull it off with the assets, but are you willing to give up that many assets for a sign and trade? So it's going to be challenging, but, I mean, there are a couple teams out there that I think can do it. The Suns wouldn't do it. I think it's unrealistic. And even though they're looking to move DeAndre and, like, people think that's still feasible, like, I don't think that will work with how cap restrictive they're going to be. Right? I would say a team like Memphis, because I do think Memphis will be – it would be intriguing to see, considering the injuries they had to Brandon Clark, Steven Adams being injured, multiple times down the stretch. I just think he would be the right character to have in the locker room, and he would give them that toughness, or that, it seemed like they had that toughness before with Dylan Brooks, but it was a little bit more of a facade and a fake toughness, where Dre is more the real toughness.
Win the battle against rust and corrosion with PB Blaster at O'Reilly Auto Parts. PB Blaster quickly busts loose rusted, corroded, or frozen parts. PB Blaster is great for everything from bolts to frozen locks. Right now, pick up an 11-ounce bottle of PB Blaster for just $6.99, plus get 2 times O Rewards points. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Meet Joe A,
Hi.
Joe B,
Hello.
and Joe C.
What's up?
3 everyday Joes perfecting their banking with Chase. Joe A is locking his lost debit card with the Chase mobile app. Joe B is cruising toward his new ride with AutoSave. And Joe C's Chase banker is helping him budget to go back to school. Tools that help protect. Support for what's next. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase. Make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Messaging and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Sophia Minard.
And that right there means baseball at its best.
And now, leading off for your Milwaukee Brewers,
Valley Sports Wisconsin, Sophia Minard.
I believe she will say the Milwaukee Brewers will win the division. You don't think so?
I don't think she's a predictor.
All right. Joining us now is Sophia Minard, part of the Brewers broadcast team and other stuff. Aren't you a vice president now of something?
No.
Oh, come on.
She don't want that smoke?
I don't have that kind of power. Yeah, I don't have that kind of power.
No, you're like digital. You do all kinds of different...
you got the power.
Yeah, you do all kinds of different things for the Brewers, right?
Yeah, I mean, the game broadcast and some digital content.
There you go.
Yeah.
Vice president of visual content. I'm going to talk to some peeps.
Digital. Not visual.
Digital, yeah. Did I say visual?
Yeah,
no, she said, did you say digital or visual, Sophia? I messed up.
Digital.
Okay, sorry.
Digital. Get your ears
I got
cleaned
it.
out, pal.
Okay, fine. All I know is I'm adding vice president of something to it the next time she's on.
You do some digital content. Is there any way you could sneak my name into something? Just, I don't know. I don't just throw it in there somehow.
Well, you're going to have to show up as a fan first.
I was at a game last year.
You've got to show up as a fan.
Sophia,
you got to make it to the
he was at a
ballpark.
game in 1964. Come on.
I mean, I have a Brewers jersey in my closet.
This year, sir.
I'm going to wear my...
Funny, you should have come for Marquette night.
Yes.
I should have had something else to do.
That was your time to shine.
How was that? How would the guys do? I saw Joplin throwing out a pitch.
He did a great job on
Did he
there.
really?
Yes.
Yeah, Joplin threw a strike. It was a little shaky with the warm-up tosses, but yeah, he got it. He got it there.
Did he throw from the real mound or did he go halfway?
Coach Smart was there. He was on the mound. He big leagued it.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, the guys looked like they had a great time. They brought the trophy. Coach Smart was there. He joined us on the broadcast. So
then they got to sit in a nice suite and everything, and then talk to the peeps.
Well, yeah, they're Big East champs.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
I was busy that night. I couldn't go.
Yeah, it's always
probably golfing.
Probably. I hope that's what I was doing. I can't recall because I'm old. But I just got one question, Sophia. What the heck happened against the A's? I hate to go back, but
I can answer when she's done.
You know, I wasn't. These guys were here. I don't know anything. They were talking about how bad the A's were.
We were wrong. I want to apologize. They were way better.
You guys were ripping them.
Yes, we were wrong. They're way better
and
than.
then suddenly I look up
and
they were
Sophia
like,
says.
They smacked the Brewers. I'm like, what the heck?
Take it away, Sophia.
Well, that's baseball for you. I mean, they caught a hot team at the wrong time. The A's had I think it ended up being a 7-game win streak with that sweep in there. Which obviously they've been a team that has really struggled this year. But I think this is like what baseball is like the margins are pretty narrow. You know, you're kind of an inch from the top, you're an inch from the bottom. It can change day to day. And so, yeah, it's like, you know, on one hand, they get swept by the A's at home. Then it was a tough 2-game series in Minnesota, and then they come back and they sweep the Pirates. So, which is a huge series for them because it's in the division. The Pirates have been kind of flip-flopping at the top of the division too. So that's kind of what a baseball season is. Sometimes it's hard to predict. That's why you don't predict it, and you play the full season, and you try to win as many series as you can.
By the way, the A's have now lost 5 in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, I said that you would say the Brewers are going to win the division. Take it away, Sophia.
I mean, I do still think they have the best pitching in the division, which is what sets them up to hopefully win it in the end. But, you know, I think, you know, to the point about streaks, it's like, okay, you look at the Reds, they've now won 9 in a row. You look at the Pirates, they've now lost 7 in a row. You know, the Brewers had the sweep over the weekend. They lost last night to the D-backs, who are a very good team. They're in first place in the National League West, which is one of the tougher divisions in the league. So I just think you're going to see a lot of movement, you know, in the top 3 of the standings. You know, the Cardinals are still at the bottom. They're still, I think, 8 or 8.5 games back. So you're hoping that they can stay down there. But there's a lot of season left. You know, we just got over 70 games, and fortunately for them, they'll have a good stretch here against the division. They'll have 10 straight games against division opponents with the Pirates, the Cubs, and then the Reds, all before the All-Star break. So I think that'll be a good little test for them heading into the All-Star break.
Talking with Sophia Minnaert, soon to be VP of something with the Brewers. If I'm in charge, I'll be working on it. What is going on with Corbin Burnes? He's just too good. Now, maybe he just had a bad outing, but something he threw, they weren't hitting, and now they're hitting it, or it's just different.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, we saw Corbin be historically dominant in his Cy Young season. He was just as good last year. He's still been an absolute workhorse this year. You know, and in terms of last night, it's pretty shocking to see that kind of contact off of Corbin. And really it was one bad inning because he was much better in the innings that followed. But obviously when you get into a 6-0 hole, that makes it pretty tough to come back. And so it was just, you know, it was an aggressive approach on the part of the Diamondbacks, which he expected because that's what he saw in his first time out against them in April. And then it was just poor execution. You know, the cutter, he just wasn't hitting the spots like he wanted to. He said the movement on it was fine, the velocity was fine. It was really just execution with location. And this is a really tough lineup. They're one of the best in the National League. They score a lot of runs. They're aggressive. They're kind of pesky. They love to run, so they put pressure on you right away. So yeah, I mean, for Corbin, it was a tough night, and it was really just one bad inning that kind of dictated the rest of his night.
You mentioned the Reds. I just assumed they'd be bad because they've been bad for so long, but they also have a number of really young players, and some are playing really well. Is it was it assumed that they were going to be better, or what going into?
No, I think it's kind of like the pieces are coming together for them. You know, they do have some young, really talented players. They just called up their top prospect, Elly De La Cruz, who's a pretty electric player, and he's had a big impact for them right away. They just got Joey Votto back from the injured list last night. They had to put one of their starters, Hunter Green, on the IL. So I think you're seeing like a pretty young, talented position group, kind of helping them put this win streak together. Hopefully they cool off before the Brewers see them right before the All-Star break. But yeah, I mean, they've got a young, talented core, and with the winning streak, you know, they got themselves to the top of the division here for the first time since 2012. So it's been a minute for the Reds.
And Christian Yelich not only hitting well late, but he's now amped up his overall season numbers to the best probably since his 2 MVP seasons.
Yeah, Christian's had a great stretch here, and I think for him it started like even at the beginning of May, but currently he's on a 12-game on-base streak. The average for him there is like over 380. You're seeing a lot of opposite field contact. Walks are in there. Stolen bases are in there. It's hard to find a better base runner in the league, I think, than Christian. And he's already closing in on his stolen base total from all of last season. So he's currently at 16. I believe last year he had 19. So, yeah, he's been great, I think, in all aspects. And I think most importantly for him, he's healthy, and he's been in there every day. He's back at the top of the lineup today. So he certainly has been the most consistent one probably over the last 6 weeks or so.
And I know you won't ask him, but I'm going to say it anyway. He should steal bases every time he's on. He should steal second every time he gets on first. Why? He's incredible in terms of how successful he is doing it. What am I missing?
Yeah, he is. I think it's a calculated risk. You know, they have all kinds of information that goes into those decisions, and you know, him being on base is important. Him putting pressure on the pitchers is important. His ability to score runs. I think he has scored almost 50 runs now on the season. So yeah, I think it's a matter of being selective in those situations. But I think, you know, he's somebody that probably almost always has a green light to run.
All right, Willy Adames, he's a potential superstar. What's going on there?
I just think he hasn't found his timing yet. You know, since coming back from the IL, it's been just over a dozen games for him now, I think, and just hasn't been able to get it going. You know, he homered on his first day back, and he's just kind of fighting through it right now. And Rowdy Tellez is in a very similar position. This is the longest homerless drought of Rowdy's career. So, you know, Christian has done a phenomenal job at the top of the lineup, and I think they're just waiting for Willie and Rowdy to get going. I think William Contreras is starting to turn a corner now. So, yeah, they're looking for some more support there at the top of the lineup.
And they will. I mean, with both the two that you mentioned, they're too good not to do it at some point, right? I mean, it's
yeah, of course. I mean, it's a long season, and I think, you know, ideally you'd love to see all 9 hitters going at one time, but that's just not the way a season works. You know, Jesse Winker is fighting through it. He's on the field right now doing some early work. Willie's been out really regularly doing early work. I mean, these guys it's not for a lack of effort or wanting to get it right, but it's hard. It's hard to get all synced up, and so they're trying to get right back on track.
Thanks for giving us the extra day.
It's hard in them streets.
Yeah.
Hey, when the VP says it's hard, then we know it's hard.
Sophia's a VP now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow. Did you promote her?
I did. Now I got to.
Are you paying her more?
I am not. No.
Oh, then she's not taking the job.
Well, we'll
Sophia,
see.
I'm your agent. Don't worry. I'll get you that
all
cash.
Right.
I'll get you that
Tony.
cash. This loser over here, corporate boy, is trying to
give you a name,
give you more responsibility with no more money. We're not having it.
Now I got to deal with Sophia's peeps.
Right.
It's not going to be easy. Thanks, Sophia.
All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.
VP of Digital. All right.
Get it together.
What number would you like? We have 2 Dave Matthews Band's tickets to give away for June the 29th at Summerfest.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, and I said, Pebble's doing so well. Yeah, I didn't want
caller number?
Caller number, but I wasn't going to go higher than 25 because it's just
25.
too many.
That's rude.
15, 12, 16.
17 for Devontae Adams.
All right, 17. Caller 17. You get tickets to Dave Matthews Band June 29th at Summerfest. 1-800-990-3776. Next.
Full show podcasts, interviews, and special content is available right now at WisconsinOnDemand.com. This is Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Football Guy.
I don't care how irritated you are that Jesse did that. The fact that it led to your imitation of me is more than sufficient payoff.
Football Guy.
It's you.
Coming at it from different views.
Girls! I didn't know that I did that, but I guess I do.
Go to the grocery store. We'll stop at Fleet Farm.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Baseball season is here. Your hometown pizza, Palermo's Pizza, has teamed up with the Milwaukee Milkmen to offer lucky fans a one-of-a-kind baseball experience. Palermo's at the Plate. Win tickets to a Milwaukee Milkmen game, a game-time on-field experience, free Palermo's Pizza, and more. Visit MilwaukeeMilkmen.com/Palermo's to enter for your chance to win. Enter today to join Palermo's at the Plate with your Milwaukee Milkmen at MilwaukeeMilkmen.com/Palermo's.
The Club at Lac La Belle is the birthplace of golf in Wisconsin, with a rich history you will feel once you arrive. Experience a round at the Club at Lac La Belle. The redesigned course is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. This is a golf destination that you will want to play over and over again, and enjoy fine dining and event space after your round. An historic past meets a vibrant future. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
Join former NBA stars and Marquette basketball alumni Dwayne Wade and Travis Diener as they return to Milwaukee this summer for Wade vs. Diener Champions for Literacy. Golf alongside the stars at the Bog in Saukville on July 24th. A day full of food, fun, events, and good golf, all while funding local youth literacy projects. If golf isn't for you, check out the Tee-Off Tailgate Party the night before. Learn more about Wade vs. Diener Champions for Literacy at wadevsdiener.givesmart.com.
Over the past year, we've been hard at work improving our sales processes, expanding and remodeling our facilities, investing in new technology, and continuing our commitment to serve our customers, employees, and community. That's why at Boucher, when our customers leave the dealership, we hope we've made a customer for life. Whether you're in need of a new vehicle, are stopping in for routine maintenance, or are in need of collision work, we will be here to help. With 20 locations throughout southeastern Wisconsin and 30 brands, we've got thousands of new and used vehicles for you to choose from. Our dedicated employees have been named a 2022 top workplace for the past 11 years, and we always have been and will continue to be family-owned and operated. Proud to be your Wisconsin family dealership group since 1977. Visit us today at Boucher.com.
A big anniversary diamond is one twice as big as the one on her engagement ring.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Did you know that when you talk, read, or sing with your child, you're helping to shape their brain? Every parent has the power to create a strong start for our children from the day they are born. Visit TalkingIsTeaching.org for free tips and ideas on how to transform everyday moments into magical moments for learning.
Sunday Night Baseball hits the City of Angels this week for a 2017 World Series rematch.
There's a shot to left and deep, headed toward the Dodger bullpen. Is gone. Mookie Betts is on a tear.
It's Dodgers hosting the Astros in L.A.
Left field, deep and gone. Minute Maid erupts with Bregman's 5th grand slam of his career.
Our coverage starts Sunday night at 5, right here on Milwaukee's home for the biggest MLB games of the week, 94.5 ESPN. You're listening to Homer and Tony on 94.5 ESPN. Missed any of the show? Find us on Wisconsin On Demand or wherever you get your podcasts. It's free, it's everywhere, and it's for you.
We just gave away 2 tickets to the Dave Matthews Band. It'll be June 29th at Summerfest. Summerfest, of course, the next 3 weekends. That's the way they're doing it now. We'll have more. We have more tickets to give away.
Patrick's taking home the tickets for today, but there's still 2 more chances.
Sure, it wasn't Chef Ed.
No, it was Patrick.
Okay.
2 more chances to win. One tomorrow and 1 more chance on Thursday, the day of the first day.
Yeah.
Of Summerfest.
Now we get to peanuts.
I got these peanuts here. Obviously, I had these on the flight, but because I'm trying to remember. I don't know how recently you guys have flown anywhere.
I have flown recently. Yeah,
I have it too.
You don't get anything.
They don't. Well, they don't give peanuts though.
No, they don't. No.
Yeah, you give like
snack
pretzels
mix.
or something.
Yeah, because
right?
too many people have the peanut allergy.
Right. That's what I thought. I'm like, there's no. But that's why I had these peanuts because I want peanuts.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, I shouldn't open these probably.
Sure, you should.
I don't know who has a peanut allergy.
I don't think it's being in the presence of peanuts.
Some people are sensitive.
Some people are. Yeah.
I've been on a plane where they announced like there's somebody on this plane who has a peanut allergy, so
you
don't
can't
have
be
any
around peanuts.
That's what they said. They announced it on the plane.
How can you? What allergy?
Because you're inside a closed vessel.
I know, but so what? That doesn't make any sense.
Hey man, I don't know how the allergies work. I'm just telling you that's what happened. So I was afraid to open my big jar of peanuts.
Okay.
I'm like, I was so happy that I got my own snack because I can't stand pretzels, and I'm like, don't give me those stupid pretzels. I don't even want them.
They have the chips or little crackers or something like that.
They had straight pretzels and a cookie. I'm like, I don't want either one of those.
Yeah, you're high maintenance. So.
No, but I was like, man. So I didn't get it either. I'm like, I was afraid to open it. I'm like,
you can't.
Just my luck. I'll start chomping on peanuts. The guy next to me.
I've never been around anybody where they said you can't have peanuts because somebody with a peanut allergy is around you.
Like touching stuff. If I eat my peanuts, because I'm going to pour them in my hand and munch them. Then if I go to the bathroom and touch the handle and someone else with it, I think it's very sensitive.
I need to go
like
peanut
that.
allergy. Like
you don't have it.
No, but like
Let's
what?
See if you have it here. Have some peanuts.
I'm
allergic to peanuts.
Okay, so what do you require other people to do?
Where, like, I'm around them, they're going to be bad for me. But if I eat them, then my throat will start closing up or whatever, and I have troubles breathing or whatever. So
yeah, that peanut. My nephew is allergic to peanuts.
Right.
And I didn't know when he was little. No one knew then at that point.
Yeah.
I gave him a peanut butter cookie. It wasn't good.
Well, what happened?
Very bad. He wanted to go to the hospital.
Really?
Yes.
Would you have to go to the hospital, Pebble? I mean,
I wouldn't have to go to the hospital, but I would probably need to take a Benadryl just to,
I mean, I've never heard in my life of you can't have peanuts because somebody around you might have a peanut allergy.
We didn't know what was happening. That's why I had to go to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
We didn't know he was allergic at that point. That was before we found out. But we found out the hard way.
Man,
peanut butter cookies are my favorite, and I was just giving them out.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was afraid to open my peanuts. You would have opened them. You would have probably killed somebody.
No, but I wouldn't have known. What do you mean? Yeah, you can't have peanuts because you have a peanut allergy. I can't have peanuts.
I know. I wanted
in the same room, in the same state.
Trust me. You see how big this thing is? I wanted to crush some peanuts on that flight.
Well, I would.
On all of my flights.
I can tell you this.
I'm going to just tell you, I had the longest flights ever.
Everything you did was on. But I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm taking peanuts, and unless they say someone has a peanut allergy, I'm going to assume that I can eat peanuts even if somebody has an allergy. As long they're okay, as long as they don't eat it.
And then they have to make an emergency landing because somebody's
right.
I was already had a long day.
Hold on,
I already had a long day. I didn't need any more delays. No, I started at 8 a.m.
Right,
first flight. I didn't get home till 11 p.m.
Fine. I'm just saying this.
More delays, pal.
I'm just saying my rule. Okay, I go on a plane.
Do whatever I want.
No, it is not. Again, they can tell. You can tell me if I'm wrong. This is what I thought.
Well, you're already
I go on a plane, and unless somebody says you cannot eat peanuts on this plane because someone has a peanut allergy, I'm eating peanuts. My assumption is that many people have a peanut allergy that does not prevent other people from eating peanuts in the same area. Now, if I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. But otherwise, they would tell everybody, as you can't smoke.
Yes.
They tell you can't smoke and you can't have E6. I've never heard any flight I've ever been on say you can't have peanuts.
Oh, I've been on a couple flights.
Okay,
you couldn't have peanuts.
Right, but
that's why I think they don't serve them.
That was a special. Well, I can understand why they don't serve them, but that's different from anybody bringing them on.
Yeah, I don't think it was an issue like they're telling you can't bring peanuts on, but I was, like I said, I was just worried about taking the chance.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's what Pebble, if you were on a plane, would you tell
he's allergic himself.
Well, no, but when he goes on a plane, would he say to the stewardess, please, I'd appreciate it if you'd say no one eat peanuts. No, I don't think they do. I don't think he does.
I don't have to warn anybody, no.
He's not super sensitive.
I'm not sensitive to it that we're like them around them. That anything's going to happen. No.
So I would so instead of saying I'm an evil person, I'm a fine person, unless there's specific.
What if you handle a peanut?
That's fine too. Like if it's on my hand or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I thought it is for most people. You can't eat them.
He's not really allergic then.
Well, I am, because if I eat it, I'm going to have trouble breathing.
But you can touch it though.
I know.
It's not that bad.
Well, I don't know the range of peanut allergy.
No.
Correct. Yes. If I'm not warned, I'm eating peanuts.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Well, no. If somebody's getting on a plane and they have an allergy such that it affects them.
I was nervous.
Why?
Because as soon as I go, man, they don't serve peanuts anymore. And I think it's because of the allergy. Like the one time they warned me.
We got a bigger problem.
We do?
I say there's no chance that Jordan
trying
Love
to kill people on the plane?
will live up to legendary status of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers' first ballot Hall of Famer. 43% disagree. 43% think that Jordan Love could be a first ballot Hall of Famer. We got work to do.
There's a possibility.
No, it's so small. About like me being president.
Super small.
I think it's the same as me being president.
But there is a possibility. It's not very good, but there is a possibility.
What percent?
Very low percent.
0.00007.
I'll give him 5%.
5?
Yeah.
To be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah. We don't know what
that means 5 out of 100 of the quarterbacks. Like him.
Maybe.
I got to go.
All right.
I need to close quickly.
I don't have to do nothing but stay black and die. White people.
I will bet anybody.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucks.
Still seeing some heavy traffic along southbound 43, starting at about Bender Road all the way down past Capitol Drive. You'll see those delays start to let up just about at Burleigh. And then we've also got some backups to the northbound side, just north of North Avenue all the way up past Keefe. Westbound 94, your usual delays from 30th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange. And then along south